Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys what I carry around for my hair braiding appointments. So I figured that this would be helpful for anybody who watches my videos for tips and advice on doing mobile hair services or braiding services and stuff like that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Kelsey. I'm a hair braider, and yes, I did this hair all by myself. I did these a while ago, so they're not fresh, but I still look cute, right? Anyway, if you guys are interested in seeing what I carry around for my braiding services, keep on watching. So right next to me, I have the bag that I normally carry with me to all my hair appointments, and I packed it just for this video, so it doesn't have everything in it, but it's basically all the basics that you want to have with you as a hair braider, whether it's to keep at your house and you have people coming to you, or whether you go traveling to hair services. I mean to appointments to perform hair services. So this is the bag that I usually carry with me, and I actually got this bag when I was in beauty school. This was part of our kit, and it was given to us to use as a book bag, but it is so sturdy and durable, so it could hold so much more than just books, okay? I love carrying it for my hair stuff, so I've been using it for years, and it's still holding up well. Like, it is strong. So anyway, let's get into this bag. So I usually keep everything in little cases in here, so I'm gonna try and make this organized, but we'll see how it goes. So the first thing you want to have on you as a hair braider is combs. So this is the case that I carry all my combs and clips in. So for me personally, these are the types of combs that I like to use as a braider. So I like this one because it has the pintail on it and it's perfect for getting nice clean parts. And then I like this one because the teeth are a little bit wider and more far apart, which I think is easier to comb most of my clients' hair, because usually when I do braids it's on people with ethnic hair and thick hair. So these teeth are a little bit too fine, but I like the tail on it, so I part with this comb and actually comb it with this comb. I know other people use combs like these, or sometimes a shorter version of these combs. Everyone has their own preference. There really is no wrong comb. As long as it works for you, it's a good comb. But I just say the most important thing to look for is something that you can part cleanly with, because you can do the nicest braids, but having messy parts would kill your entire style. So the next thing you want to carry with you are clips, and these are the two types of clips that I carry. And as you would notice, I like to get everything in pink and purple because I'm really girly. But anyway, these are the clips that I like to use. I like using these croc clips, as they're called, or whatever you want to call them, to hold like huge sections of hair. And then I like using these clips for smaller sections. I know some people like using hair ties to section their hair. Some people use like the thin metal clips. I use those sometimes as well, but I forgot to pack that for this video. Just use anything to keep your hair sectioned and out of the way so that, again, your parts stay nice and clean. Another thing that I carry, which is optional really, is a crochet needle. Just because as a braider, people tend to ask for crochet styles as well because it's similar, so you always want to have that. Or sometimes I use this needle to like crochet hair wires to decorate hair, and I use that as well. So it's just a good thing to have as a braider. You can't go wrong with it. Also, I carry a beading tool because usually when I do like little girls' hair, or even some older people as well, they like getting beads on the end of their braids, so I like to have that to string the beads on. And then I also have accessories for decorating braids, so jewelry or hair wire. And I mentioned this in the previous video, but I carry it because a lot of times people like to decorate their hair or their braids, and sometimes I'll finish a project and they'll say, oh, I wish I had jewelry, I forgot to get jewelry. So I like to carry this stuff with me so they can just buy it off of me, because if they do put it on, it looks better for me in my pictures to have their hair decorated. So I like to have that on hand and available. And I don't profit. When I sell this to them, I just give it to them for the same exact price that I bought it from, because I just buy it out of a retail store. I don't buy it wholesale, so I pay $1 for these, I charge them $1 for it. They get to decorate their hair, I get a prettier picture. It's a win-win. So that's everything that I carry in this case. So this next case is where I just keep all my products in. So the next thing you want to carry as a braider is your braiding products, and that is really important. Again, there is really no right or wrong product to use. It's just personal preference. You just gotta play around with different products as you work, and you get to learn which works better for you. So when doing braids, it's very important to have a product that helps you control and grip the hair. So my favorite products are the Shine and Jam jams. I get these two. We have the yellow one, which is just extra hold. Yeah, that's the extra hold. And then the red one is called Magic Fingers. This one is really, really strong and really nice, but it's expensive compared to this one. So I use this one for larger braids where I have a harder time gripping hair, and then I use this for everyone else. I also like using Murray's Edge Wax. There's a whole bunch of different products that I like to use, and I can make a whole separate video on what products I like to use for braiding. But those are like my go-to products right there. And then besides jam, you also want to carry some sort of hair mousse to help finish off your braids. So I carry the Shine and Jam one. I don't have a favorite hair mousse yet, so usually whenever I run out of one, I try another one. But as long as it's not a curl activating mousse, it's pretty good for your braids because you don't want it to cause your hair to revert after you're done braiding the hair. And then I also like to carry sprays for their scalp. So I carry this braid spray from African Royale. It helps eliminate itching, and then any type of oil spray. So this is the Agadir Argan Oil. There's a couple of sprays I like to use, and it's just a spray in their scalp whenever you're done, because especially with box braids, when you have your scalp exposed that much, it itches a lot more and faster, and it dries out quickly. So I always like to finish my styles by spraying down their scalp with some sort of product. So I like to carry some sort of spray on hair or scalp moisturizer. I also carry some sort of edge control. I don't usually use it. I usually just use the Shine and Jam, but edge control is good to have as well, so I carry that. And this last product I just have in my actual bag. I don't keep it in the case because it doesn't fit, but I like to have some sort of hairspray to finish my braiding projects because it gets rid of any flyaways, or it just gives it a nice little extra hold, so I like to have that. And this is the Got To Be Free spray. So besides hair products, I also have rubber bands in here because sometimes I do the rubber band method for box braids, like larger braids or whatever, or if I do a bob style and I need to end off the braids with rubber bands, just good to have rubber bands on you. I get these from Sally's, and these are my favorite rubber bands, but they haven't carried them in a long while, and I don't know if it's all Sally's or just the one that I go to, but they've been slacking with a lot of their products and supplies lately, so I don't know if I'm ever going to get these ever again, to be honest. But rubber bands are a staple item for braiders, I like to think, so I carry those just in case. And me personally, I like to carry a spray bottle with some rubbing alcohol in it just to clean my products off, like say if it falls to the floor and I don't have an extra comb. And I forgot to mention that earlier, make sure to bring extra combs in case it falls or whatever. But I just like to be able to clean my stuff off as I'm using it, or even before I go home, I just like to spray everything before I can go home and really sanitize it. Just to me, that just makes it a lot cleaner. I just like that. So that's that. And then I also have a wide tooth comb in here, which should have been in the other bag, but just in case I need to untangle their hair before I get started, I have a wide tooth comb. And then I got this from Cosmoprof. This is for actually cleaning off my combs. So again, I like to start cleaning my products before I actually go home, just in case I'm doing a traveling job. So it has this end that's like a little rake, and you could just use it to like scoop out the little, you know how sometimes you get like buildup there, so you can clean out the teeth with that. And then this rolling brush on this side, you could just throw the comb through there. So I would spray it with alcohol and then run it through there and clean it off, and like all the little pieces of whatever would like jump out of the comb, and then I could put it in my sanitizer whenever I get home. So that's everything that I had in that case. So now the last few items I have are just in the actual bag. I like to carry capes with me because it looks very professional when you put a cape on your client. I know it doesn't seem like a job that necessarily requires capes because you're not cutting or coloring hair, but trust me, it adds so much more of a professional feel when you put a cape on your client. So I have this really pretty silky zebra stripe one that I think is from Amazon. I don't really remember, I've had this one for a while, but I have a couple different capes because I always wash them in between appointments, so I like to have multiple capes available in case I need to reuse it. I mean, so I don't have to reuse it without washing it. Besides that, I carry my scissors. And the ones that I have in here look like this, and these are the scissors that I got when I was still in school. So now I just use these for cutting braiding hair and extensions because, I don't know, I just use nicer scissors for when I'm actually cutting real hair, but this is the one that I bring for braiding appointments. But I have my regular scissors in here as well. I just put them in that same case. And then I always bring a pack of wrap strips. So these are those paper strips that you put along your forehead or like along the top of your head. You can wrap like 2 or 3 as you're setting the mousse or setting spray or whatever to make sure your hair and edges lay nice and flat and neat and crisp. And then the final 2 things I have with me are my electric kettle. So there's the actual kettle and the base that heats it up. And that's because whenever you're doing braids with synthetic hair, you dip it in boiling water to get it to set so that it doesn't unravel, or if you want it to be nice and curly, you can curl the hair and then put it in the water and then it gets curly. So I carry that with me because it just looks better than boiling a pot of water over the stove, especially if you're at somebody else's house. It's nice to have that. And then finally, I carry this rack with me. And when I say carry, I mean like if I'm going somewhere, because I also work out of my house, so I either carry it or I have it, you know what I mean? But anyway, I have this rack, and this is for separating my hair, so I can prepare my hair before I even start my project, and I just put like all the strands on the different racks. So this one has 60 spokes on it. Well, now 58 because these two broke. But I actually got this from Walmart, and it's from the craft section because it's meant for holding spools of thread when you're sewing. But I know you can find them online and just look up braiding racks. It's a really good time saver. It helps me organize my hair, and it's just good to have. So I definitely recommend getting that. And this was like $10 at Walmart. Oh, and I almost forgot, but this is another thing that I like to carry, and it's just a plastic bag. I always keep some sort of plastic bag in there so I can put all my dirty items in my bag until I get home and I can properly wash anything. So that's that. So that is mostly everything that I carry to my braiding appointments. Sometimes I would carry more depending on the client, because some of my clients I wash and blow out their hair as well. So if that were the case, I would also have a blow dryer, my shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner, some brushes, all that good stuff. But this is basically all of my braiding stuff, so I just wanted to share that with you guys today. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!